I create this map to see if there's any correlation between crime volume and building permit value during 2012 to 2023. Based on the plot, there isn't a correlation between the building permit value and crime volume, except for the Beltline and downtown commercial core district, which consistently have high building permit value and crime volume. The crime volume tends to be high in the center, east, and northeast communities, and the building permit value tend to be high in the city boundary, especially in the north, south, and southeast. The crime volume in the eastern boundary communities sharply dropped in 2019 and went back up in 2020. The Beltline crime volume peaked at almost 10,000 in 2019. Here's the location of 12 police stations in 2019. It seems that most of the police station is in communities that do not have a high crime count compared to their neighboring communities. However, those police stations are usually located at the edge of the communities, so they are close to the communities with high crime volume. I want to see whether there are any difference between crime and disorder pattern during the year, and does the season affect the volume. So I use SQL queries to create a table consists of monthly crime and disorder count and plot it. And here's are the key takeaways. Based on this plot, both crime and disorder volume seem to have the same cyclical pattern, which is higher in the warmer months. Disorder volume is roughly 3 times higher than crime volume. Crime volume visibly dropped in April 2020, while disorder conduct volume remains cyclical. Crime volume peaks in the winter at the end of 2021 into the beginning of 2022. I want to explore the crime type composition before, during, and after COVID-19 pandemic. So I use SQL queries to create a table consists of yearly crime count from 2017 to 2022 and plot it, and here's what I've learned. Theft from and of vehicle and commercial break-in are the top 3 crimes type during this time span. That is the reason why I choose to analyze these 3 crime types. However, during the peak of the pandemic, the number of commercial break-in crime was visibly dropped, most likely due to COVID-19 business shutdown. During COVID-19 pandemic, the number of vehicles and commercial break-in crime type dropped while the number of physical crime type such as assault, violence, and robbery slightly increases. I want to see which communities rank in the top 15 in vehicle-related crime each year. So I create SQL queries to get the list of the top 15 communities with the highest vehicle-related crime in 2017 to 2023, and plot it against the top 15 communities with the highest residential and non-residential permit value. And here's what I found. Beltline and downtown commercial core hold the top 2 spots in vehicle-related crime list every year. Vehicle-related crimes seem to occur more in the close-by the communities with high non-residential building permit value, shown in the red dots. Calgary International Airport was not on the list until this year and ranked 3rd. Perhaps the resurgence in air travel post-COVID-19 pandemic during the summer might play a role in the surge of vehicle-related theft at the airport. I want to explore whether there is a correlation between business-related crime and business license volume. So I use SQL queries to create a table consists of communities' yearly business-related crime count and the business license count, and plot the top 15 communities with the highest volume of business-related crime and the business license. Here's what I discovered. Beltline and downtown commercial core district hold the top 2 spots in business-related crime volume every year. They are also on the list of communities with highest business license volume every year. Most communities are in both lists as many blue dots lies within or close by the color tiles. I want to see if marijuana legalization in October 2018 impacts the number of disorderly conducts, and how does the number of disorderly conduct compare in the community with cannabis business to the whole city of Calgary. So I use SQL queries to create a table containing yearly disorderly conduct volume in Calgary's community, which is 319 communities, and communities with cannabis-related business, which is 130 communities, with an additional columns to indicate which row belong to Calgary community and which belong to community with cannabis-related business, and use it to create visualization. Here is what I've learned. Currently, 41% of Calgary's community have cannabis business. However, 71 to 75% of the yearly disorderly conduct volume in Calgary is from the community with cannabis business. Disorderly conduct volume increased in 2019, peaked in 2020, and started to decrease in 2021.